heart of Vietnam's Central Highlands lies a city shrouded in mist and mystery. Dalat, often called the City of Eternal Spring, is famous for its breathtaking pine forests, cascading waterfalls, and romantic colonial villas. But beneath its tranquil beauty and peaceful allure, Dalat hides secrets, stories whispered among locals, tales that send chills through the corridors of time. Among all, one legend echoes chillingly through the halls of Dalat University, the tale of the Screaming Lady. Darkness descends upon Dalat University as the evening fog settles in, cloaking the time-worn buildings with a shroud of uncertainty. Shadows stretch long in the narrow corridors, and the air thickens with unspoken dread. Students huddle in their rooms, wary of venturing out after sunset. For as long as anyone can remember, the university has been haunted by the anguished cries of a woman, her scream splitting the silence of the night, freezing the blood of all who hear it. They say it began decades ago, when the university was still young. Back then, the white-walled halls gleamed with new promise, and laughter mingled with excited voices beneath the swaying branches of ancient pines. But not all hopes were realized beneath Dalat's misty sky. One fateful night, a promising young student disappeared without a trace, her name lost to time, her memory preserved only by the echo of her tormented cries. The story goes that she was last seen wandering the campus gardens, her steps uncertain, her gaze haunted. No one knows what sorrow clung to her heart, or what terror stalked her from the shadows. Some say she was betrayed by a lover, left broken-hearted and desperate. Others whisper of more sinister forces, of dark rituals and secrets buried beneath the soil, calling forth spirits from the depths of the earth. But what happened that night is a secret as deep and impenetrable as the fog itself. All that remains are the stories. They claim that around midnight, when the moon is veiled and the wind howls through the cypress leaves, her presence announces itself. It starts as a faint wailing, almost mistaken for the wind or a stray animal. But soon the sound grows, swelling into a blood-curdling scream, a raw, desperate cry that pierces the silence and leaves those who hear it trembling with fear. Many have tried to explain the phenomenon. The rational claim it's just the wind, funneled through narrow gaps, or the cries of foxes lost in the woods. But those who have experienced it know the truth. They speak of feeling a cold touch on their skin, a weight pressing down on their chest, an urge to run, even before the scream shatters the night. And sometimes, just for a moment, they glimpse her, a pale figure drifting through the corridors, her long black hair trailing behind her, her eyes wide with unbearable sorrow. Over the years, students and staff have come forward with stories that chill the soul. One janitor, faithful to his late-night duties, remembers cleaning the deserted lecture halls one cloudy evening. As he swept beneath the flickering lights, he heard the soft sobbing of a woman, so real and heart-wrenching, he dropped his broom and called into the darkness. His voice echoed back to him, unanswered. A gust of freezing wind seemed to slip beneath his collar, and then nothing. And yet, when he turned, he caught a glimpse of a shadow slipping through the far door, vanishing into the gloom. Another tale comes from a group of students who, emboldened by youthful bravado, tried to spend the night wandering the most haunted building on campus. They laughed, told ghost stories, and teased each other, unconvinced by the legends. But as the clock ticked past midnight, An unnatural chill enveloped them. The laughter faded, replaced by apprehensive silence. Suddenly, from the end of the corridor, the scream erupted, so loud and raw that it seemed to draw the very heat from their bodies. In an instant, panic seized them. They fled blindly, vowing never to mock the screaming lady again. Some say the lady lingers in the classroom still, sitting silently at the back of lectures, her face obscured by her long hair. On rainy nights, when thunder rolls over the hills and lightning turns the windows ghostly white, footsteps echo where no one walks, doors creak open on their own, and in the flickering candlelight, shadows gather in the corners. If you're unlucky enough to meet her gaze, it is said, a wave of sorrow so deep will fill your heart that you might never know joy again. But the legend doesn't end with fear alone, for in every darkness there is always a glimmer of hope. Some believe the screaming lady's soul remains trapped not by hatred or malice, but by grief, yearning for someone to remember her story, to mourn her loss, and perhaps, one day, to set her free. For those brave enough to walk the campus after midnight, whispers tell of a way to bring her peace. Light a single white candle, say a prayer for the forgotten, and promise to speak her name with kindness. Just as quickly as she appears, her scream will fade into a soft sigh, drifting on the wind, and the night will finally fall quiet as Dalit University grows and changes, welcoming new generations to its storied halls. The legend of the screaming lady endures. She is both warning and lesson, a reminder that beneath every beautiful facade may lie secret heartbreak, that every echo holds a story untold. When the fog creeps low and the night air turns cold, listen carefully. The past is never far away, and sometimes the ones who scream in the darkness are simply longing for someone to hear. So as you wander the misty paths of Dalit University, remember, the shadows watch, the sorrow lingers, and the scream of the lady may yet pierce the night once more, urging you to remember, to fear, and above all, to never forget the secrets hidden at the heart of Dalit.